Welcome back, everyone, to this edition of Try Hard Racing with me, WorldCaseTV, where I continue to do the best I can with what I've got, which is not a lot of talents, but a whole lot of room and bike ready to go. Beautiful green and yellow. Grand Prix of France. I was right. I thought it was Monte Carlo. I recognized the horrible turns. Some of these courses I recognize from like other racing games. Although Monte Carlo, I prefer to play
Greetings to all motorcycle racing
what's
fans
it called?
From France. We're reporting
the prototype circuit, the 24 hours
history.
circuit.
In a few moments, we'll move to the
rather
main
than the
straight
Grand
to watch
Prix
the
circuit.
start of the Moto3 race.
I don't know if the motorcycle
We're
Grand
on the
Prix circuit is
starting
different
grid
than
where the lights
the
will soon go out to start the
than
race.
like the F1 Grand Prix circuit. I like the prototype cars the best. Play them a lot, and
and it seems that many riders
used to
have
play
opted
them a
for
lot
double soft-
in Forza Motorsports.
It's the French Grand Prix. The riders are all lined up on the grid.
Got in a conversation
The lights will go out and the
early in the
will
stream
begin.
during last episode about consoles versus PC and the differences in consoles. And why people pick different consoles. I'm a big racing fan. I started streaming just racing, dirt rally. But I started playing games like Forza Horizons, which was not available on the PC. Yeah, I rewind if I fall off, so sue me. And Forza Horizons is not available. Forza Motorsports is comparable to the what's it called? Gran Turismo on the PlayStation. Forza Horizons is a totally different kind of game. And I like dirt racing in vehicles. I'm a big rally racing fan, which is why I still play dirt rally, and I still release it on YouTube most Saturdays starting at noon, or most Saturdays at noon U.S. Central Time. I stream it the first Saturday of the month, every month, on twitch.tv/rollcage_TV. Release it on YouTube throughout the month. As of the day I am streaming this at the end of August. I know it's not being released until like October, but streaming this at the end of August, and I will be streaming Dirt Rally next Saturday. First Saturday of the month I stream it, and then release it throughout the day on YouTube on Saturdays at noon U.S. Central Time, which is, as I am fond of saying lately, almost never 6 p.m. 1800 hours, or almost noon U.S. Central Time, which is almost always 6 p.m. 1800 hours in the UK, and almost never 0600 hours the next day in New Zealand, because you know, daylight savings time is all messed up. It's almost always the same time in the UK. We changed our daylight. We used to be in sync with Europe, but in the US, but as far as daylight savings time, but then we changed our daylight savings time, expanded it, so it's almost always the same time, but sometimes it's off by an hour one way or the other. And in New Zealand, they have daylight savings time, you know, different, because their summer is our winter. So it's almost never, if nobody did daylight savings time, it would be 18 hours exactly. Their UTC plus 12. It is plus, right? Yeah, they're on the other side of the state line. But it's not. Because and you know, South Africa, I have a good friend who lives in South Africa. I hope they don't do daylight savings time, but it's still never the right time there. Maybe they do daylight savings time. I don't know. But take the times I give, and you know, it's within an hour, one or the other. If you want to watch some YouTube video as soon as it comes out, I guess you'll just have to subscribe and hit the bell and say all notifications. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell. And if you're on Twitch, set up notifications for this channel. You can't. Twitch is a little weird. YouTube allows you to set up notifications for individual channels. Twitch is a little weird. You can turn off notifications, and then you don't get any notifications. If you turn on notifications, I'm not sure there's a way of picking which channels you want that applied to, like there is on YouTube. I don't know. I know people have notifications on for my stream because people come in when I stream and say hi, and then we chat a little bit during the start of the stream. I am doing terrible this race, but it's only 3 laps of 10, and this is the adaptive AI, so I expect that they are going to give me a chance here at some point to get near the leaders, if not in the lead. I mean, I guess it's not that terrible considering that I started, and did I start in last place? I think I started in last place because my Q1 was so bad. I finished Q1 in last place, and I did not get into Q2, so I would be out of the top. I would be out of the top 14 as it is, and I would not be in the top 18 that were invited to Q2. So yeah, I would. The best I could have done would be 19th, but I didn't get Q. I think my Q1 placement determines. I think the Q1 placement determines the placement for the 19th through 26th or whatever it is. And I was in last place on Q1, I think. Maybe I wasn't quite in last place. Anyway, I started near the back. I am now at 21st, so that's also near the back. Oh, I'm having a terrible race here. I'm number 3 on the championship. Come on, adaptive AI, help me out here. Help a sister out, my driver is a woman. I say this every so often. I mention every so often. Usually I pick female avatars when I'm playing a game. Occasionally male, but any game that offers a female avatar, I usually pick a female avatar. Not to be what used to be called a cross-dresser, although I don't know, is that term semi-offensive these days? The term cross-dresser used to be used for people that are female or self-identifiable female playing as a male in a video game, or vice versa. But I have always played. Any opportunity I have to play a female character, I do. I don't know what kind of statistics are what kind of secret stats are collected on YouTube on video games, but I'm sure there are some. They know who you are. They know what you've chosen. Modern day, anyway. You can't play the game unless you're online, so I don't mind skewing the demographics so they think that to promote video games for women, because we need more women, young and old, to play video games. I don't know how many women my age play video games. That would be interesting to see a demographic of age versus gender, because I mean, when video games first came out, a lot of girls played. I think it's just when you get into the teen years or something, or I mean, teenage girls played. I remember when video games first came to the pinball arcades and bowling alleys. Which happened when I was a teenager. I seem to remember it being a mix of genders, but I guess it was new at the time, so the whole multiplayer wasn't a thing, and so the whole misogyny wasn't a thing. Online misogyny, which drives women away, and still does. It's horrific. And the whole misogyny against women developers is a big thing. Oh, I hate it. I'm not, you don't have to be an uber lib to think that women should play more video games, I mean, video games don't take a lot of upper body strength. Anyway, I sense like I'm wandering dangerously close to controversial topics here, but I really don't think that is a controversial topic, or it makes no sense to be a controversial topic to me. But the fact that there are certain things I don't think makes sense, it probably is controversial, because some people may think it makes sense. But if you hate other people just for being who they are, get out of my stream. There's no hatred on this stream. That's the whole reason for no discussions about partisan politics or partisan religion, because it involves more hatred than cooperation. That's the one thing I don't want in my stream, is hatred. All right, I moved up to 20th. There's still a chance. Yeah, you may find that if you type a message, it doesn't get through, and I don't even see it because I have pretty aggressive chat filters on. So I apologize for that. And they're set because I don't have moderators generally. I played when I played Minecraft on stream, I had a bigger audience, and I had moderators that would stop by. But I don't anymore. I don't generally have moderators, and I can't keep up with the chat because, as I've mentioned many times, the chat is sitting on a tablet next to me and out of my vision unless I turn my head to look at it. So especially during racing games, I can't really look at it. I don't have any audio cue or anything that tells me when I get a chat. I knew someone who tried to do that. Every time a chat came in, she had it set so that it would play a little beep or something, but everybody could hear the beep, and it got kind of annoying. So, she eventually turned it off. So yeah, all my mod is auto chats. All my auto mod is set to call it private. I don't understand why it's private. Which means I don't see it, the mods don't see it. But you can set up auto mods. You can't set up specific phrases that are set to public. And so I've joked that, you know, 4 things you can't discuss are politics, religion, and Coke versus Pepsi or Ford versus Chevy. The latter included because yeah, the latter included because I do a lot of the last one included because I do a lot of driving games. But I was thinking about setting up a custom filter that is not marked as private, so the chat would be held specifically with the words Coke, Pepsi, Ford, and Chevy, and that if people mentioned those terms, I would see the chat, but no one else would see the chat, and then I could respond, "Sorry, brother, we don't talk about controversial things in this chat." But that would require doing work, and I don't like doing work. I do enough work on the stream, to be quite honest. I stream about 20 hours a week, and then it takes another 10 hours a week or so to chop up the streams and export them to YouTube. In case you don't tell, these are not highly polished videos. They're just excerpts from Twitch streams, but it does take some effort to chop up the streams to make them into highlights for YouTube. And so usually, for, you know, if it's a highly polished video, it's going to take at least twice as long to edit and render and upload than it actually took to record. But, you know, these are not highly polished at all. They're taken right from the stream, so it takes me about half the time. But that's still, for an old retired guy, that's still, you know, 30 hours a week worth of work. That's more than I care to spend. I stream Tuesday, Thursday. In fact, if you are watching on Twitch, you can type !schedule, or !sched for short, and you'll see what I stream what days. I stream on twitch.tv/rollcage_TV in case you aren't reading the stream. And I don't have a QR code for that because it would be too obnoxious. I stream there Tuesdays and Thursday nights, and then Saturday and Sunday afternoons. Tuesdays and Thursday nights about 3 or 3.5 hours. Saturdays about 4 hours, maybe 4.5, and then Sundays 6 to 6.5, 6.5 to 7 hours actually, close to that. So, this is terrible. I've worked my up to 18th somehow. Oh, I'm gonna lose it again. This is the last lap. Come on, guys. Give me a break. Oh. Give me a break. I am gonna lose my 3rd place. Come on, you guys are supposed to be adaptive and let me beat you. I might have to turn off the adaptive AI and just play and play and play a lot on my own to determine what AI is competitive, I'm competitive with. The adaptive AI is kind of like when you play F1, and it's, you know, I don't know if specifically you can choose adaptive AI, but F1, I think, at least in my play, is kind of famous, or you might think infamous, for the drivers being inconsistent. They'll always give you a chance to fight for the lead, like 2 laps before the end, and then, you know, then they'll try to take it back. I think you can set the difficulty level, but if you get a nice sweep, even if you get whatever difficulty level it is, they still do the same pattern where they drive fast initially compared to how they drive in the few laps before the end, and then they turn it on for the last lap, the last couple laps. All right, where did I finish? Other than terrible. Where am I? 18th. All right. I won't go to the Parfumé or whatever they call that place. Yes, I dropped 3 places. I'm down to 6 now. Well, that's not great. I'm not going to win a championship. I'm not trying to win a championship at every level. I am going to play until I win a championship on the top level. And if that means turning the difficulty level down, I will. Yeah, my team is not doing great. But the team I want to switch to is doing even worse. Why do I want to switch to this team? Because they're green. In case you can't tell, green is my favorite color. Oh no! I got minus for not. I got minus? I didn't know you could get minus. Oh, come on, guys. It's not my fault the AI suddenly thought I was better than I was. People aren't going to like me now. All right, I know, new messages, debriefing. You should bounce those things sooner. They're harder to see unless you bounce them. Maybe you didn't notice them. The exclamation points in the corner. Oh, is that my teammate? Having arrived this far, I had different expectations, but Arcade had other plans and finished in front with a great... I finished in front with a great race? Well, just because you suck, you got worse than I did. You stunk worse than I did. I try to avoid words. It was a good race. The results show how hard the team have worked. Hopefully we can keep this up for the next race. At the end of the line, this team, the team and I always want to be in front. Okay. I lost points. Well, he likes me. That's nice. I'm glad. Not really. I'll do the rider debrief in a minute here, but I want to... Oh, I'm going towards physical fitness? I got better physical. I don't know. What does the physical fitness do? I never noticed that before. There's no button to press to look at it. I just got a yellow arrow. Does the yellow arrow pointing to the right mean it's going up or going sideways? You would think there'd be like an arrow up and an arrow down or something. It's got to be to the right is increasing, right? Because the newcomer reputation bar, RP reputation points, are going to the right. I mean, it's a right to left progress bar. Or left to right. Did I say right to left? Left to right progress bar. Physical fitness, an arrow to the right. Must mean I'm increasing, but I'm still yellow. I'm not green. I have all these questions. There isn't a wiki for this version yet. But I don't like to look things up on the wiki anyway. Championships 1-0. Yeah, of course. Races 1-0. I haven't won a race yet during this career. Oh, that's bad. 2 of 6. Pole 0 of 6. Oh, it's only 2 podiums. Oh, this has been awful. I don't want to practice the course for the entire half an hour. It's too long. Current season 0, 2, 0. 0. Well, it's only one career. Standings. is, wait, button, I'm 6th. Overall standings is different. Okay, I'm 6th. Oh, and then you can see the team, and there's no constructor. Oh, you can also see the Moto 2 and Moto 1. Yeah, I don't care about those. I'm not in those. Yeah, you notice the MotoGP, you have actually, people aren't wearing their helmets because they're actual representations of the pros in that level, but Moto 2, I gotta get out of team. Yeah, they don't bother with the Moto 2 and 3 people. Who plays Moto 2 or 3? Well, I do. The whole thing. Okay, I wanted to see where I was with the green power people. Still moderate. Okay, and my own teammate? Oh, my own teammate is only yellow. So who was that guy that I got a good reputation with? Who really stunk? Wasn't him. Was it this guy? Can I go back into the... J. Ruida. Sorry, I can't do the proper pronunciation. Yeah, I'm wasting a bunch of time. I should be going to the next round. Trying to find him. And I'm continuing to waste a bunch of time. Why does this guy hate me? Did I knock him over a few times? There he is, and he likes me. Oh, he's with the Red Bull Moto3 team. Now see, that's the one that I should get on. I could progress up probably better, but I don't want to. No transfer units. Okay, bike development. Got it. Complete the briefing. Now, these are the questions that I don't know how to answer. But I definitely need engine power. And control fuel delivery. Okay. Hey, Roll, how do you know? Well, I think there are aspects of the road. I could just let them do it, but I'd rather not. Here. Engine isn't as good. My bike isn't handling well. Okay, now they want controlled fuel delivery. Okay. I want to get in good with the manufacturer, I guess, even though I'm planning on switching to another manufacturer. Okay, and now next time they'll ask me, okay, what aspect of the engine? And I got to remember controlled fuel delivery. Yeah, because I want to balance out that thing. If we go to riders and teams, bike development. Team comparative. Yeah, this is the team comparative, and here, this is us. And if you look compared to the other teams, well, they got a crappy balance. All the teams have crappy balances, I think. Oh, I can't go up. It doesn't scroll over. They're a little, yeah, they look like us, only worse. They look like us, only worse. Okay, so, but I want to see a diamond. I want to see a nice, clean, balanced. So controlled fuel delivery, I agree with. Now, if they want me to do stability or something, I'll go against their wishes. Okay. Anyway, get back to the home. Do one of these. Race off, which I hate. And hate motard, hate flat track. Don't particularly like mini bikes, but it's the only one that's acceptable. This is not a dirt racing game. Save that for the other major dirt racing game that I can't even think of. What is the game? Is it made by, I think it's made by Milestone too. Yeah, there's my driver. Settings is not what does settings do? Oh, it's just general settings. Okay, start the race. When can you tell the animation starts and stops? It's on a loop. So it's interesting to try to see. Guess. And they put me in front because I'm the guest or whatever, guest of honor. Oh, see, you can see the 23 there. I should raise it up in the frame. Oh, sorry. These bikes are definitely harder to handle, but they're not nearly as bad as the dirt bikes, which just fall off from under you. My reputation goes up depending on how I do in this race with the other competitors in the race, but especially with the person that invited me, which you see at the top at the beginning. And these aren't all just Moto3 drivers, but some of them are other classes. Unless I fall off, I don't restart. I probably should have non-accidentally fallen off there, but I'm not going to gain a lot of reputation points in this race. Come on, adaptive AI. What are you thinking? I did practice a little bit during the week, and maybe the adaptive AI on the Grand Prix thought I was better than I was now because I practiced so much. It's not like I won the races. Actually, there were a couple of races where I was near the front, and I decided to cross the finish line in the pit lane, so I wouldn't finish that far up. But maybe the AI is a little bit smarter than that. Maybe they don't, maybe they just look at like fastest lap or something to decide. If I have one of the faster laps, they go, oh, we need to slow this person down a little bit. I do not know. I'm starting to get, and there's only like 2 courses or something, and I still can't learn them. Two mini bike asphalt courses. Oh, that's right, it's a mini bike. That's why you could see her number. Okay, maybe it's in a good spot because you can't really see it when she's normally racing. Why do you have that anyway? I initially didn't put anything there, but you know, the custom ones or the default ones, non-custom ones are weird. Or like standard, you know, either designs or, you know, messages like Queen Racer or whatever, or King, Ace. That way, when you stand up, the idea is everybody you finish behind you, you stand up at the finish line and show off your personal rider sticker. I don't know. When you're playing a game like MotoGP that has actual sponsors that you know, either they have agreement, either the MotoGP people have agreements with, or the people that made the game have agreements with, you've got to show off those sponsors. So, you know, the MotoGP drivers in real life have sponsors all over them, so there's a lot of room. Like a game like Ride, you know, you can customize you can customize what you look like actually in the career, or if you play career mode here, you have to pick a real team and use the real sponsors. Oh, gee, where did I finish? All right, I don't see a lot of people around me. Does that mean I finished in first? I finished in 12. How many races? I think my scroll bar is locked. It's got an error here. It's not letting me scroll down any farther. I still got race-off points. And it's stupid what you earn. You earn like a special helmet or something. I don't care. I got my helmet. Physical fitness improved. Oh, is this the way you improve your physical fitness? What's it going to say now? Oh, now it's saying it's rising with a green arrow. So the yellow arrow did mean staying the same. Either it meant staying the same or it meant it's not lowering, but it's not. I guess a red arrow would be down and the yellow arrow is to side and the green arrow is up. It's not a really bright green. I don't know. My fitness is better. How does fitness affect your performance? I have no idea. Are there not messages? There are messages. It was a great event at Monte Latad. Battling against Arcade is always fun. Yes. It's a great race anyway. It's always nice to complete without the pressure of the championship. Yeah. Okay. Guy likes me more now. I want to see B. Binder. Is he in Class C? I don't see. It's the paddock. Okay. Let's go. Oh, let's go to my. Because see, this does scroll around. Okay. Binder. Because a lot of times these are one level up. So I think Bender may be a Moto2 person. Helps me get a reputation with the Moto2. Yeah, see, he's not listed here. There's a way to see, I think, but I'm not going to bother. Finish ahead of a heated duel. Finish ahead of front. Okay. Well, whatever. Next round, let's get a practice in. I think I can do that. And again, I don't want a full weekend, and it keeps switching me to full weekend. No, I want a fast weekend. And still 50% for the actual race. Start the weekend. I should be able to get this in 20 minutes, which is all the time I have left to get in the hour. I'll use 10 minutes, go back to the paddock, fast forward, do 10 minutes out. And since I'm using since I'm using flying lap, the AI goes around once, and so it takes a minute of that is taken off, a lap's worth of time is taken off of those 10 minutes. But then I do finish the lap, so if I get through just as the time ends, I'll get to finish that lap. Anyway, continue, go to track, flying start. Now see, it's 34:46, and then it's 34:07. So some time was taken off because of the flying lap thing. And by the time I hit the line, it's gonna be 30. Time I hit the finish line, it's going to be 33:40 or something. So yeah, about 2 minutes or something. It's taken off 35 and 1.5 minutes, which should be about the time for a lap. All right. Let's see. Will I make it into Q2 right away? Or will I fail once again? Come on, guys, develop the bike. If you do a Grand Prix race, I think all the bikes are fully upgraded. I don't know. I would assume so. I mean, you're not using your bike. Although I assume the competition's bikes are also upgraded, so in the career mode throughout the season. Although the bike that I want to switch to, the team that I want to switch to, I regret not having started with. Not everyone has green bikes. In Moto2, I don't think there's a very good color. In MotoGP, there's like an Italian team that has green and red. That's probably what I'll try to go for. I think they're also, they might be Aprilia. You'd think Aprilia would make sense. I like Aprios. Okay. And this is based on what I've played in other racing games like Ride. Or even TTL Man, although those aren't the same kind of bikes. They're stock bikes. Mostly stock bikes. They're stock bikes in the same way that NASCAR uses stock cars. There are certain aspects that well, it's much better than NASCAR. NASCAR uses, you know, a stock chassis more or less. Oh! If you run over their head, you don't get a penalty in this game. That's good. You don't even get slowed down. He's wearing a helmet at the time. Oh. When somebody goes down, it is ghosted. So, thankfully. I don't know about their bike, though. I think their bike is ghosted, too. It wasn't my fault for a change. Yeah, I mean, NASCAR is a joke. Maybe the chassis is more or less stock. There's not much stock in a NASCAR car. I heard that NASCAR was hitting on hard times, which my reaction to that is, it's about time. They tried to add excitement now by having like a playoff system. I mean, I guess it worked for baseball and hockey. So, baseball, traditionally, there wasn't a playoff system. You either won the American League pennant during the season or you won a National League pennant during the season. And then the two leagues, after a while, they decided to have them play against each other. So that's how you got the World Series. Of course, America is self-centered. It was the World Series. But, you know, that's pre-war times. Not a lot of other places played baseball. So I guess it really was the World Baseball Series. Pre-war meaning the big one. The big war. The mid-20th century war. Not to be confused with the Great War, which was the early 20th century war in Europe. Mostly in Europe and in other parts of the world, but mostly in Europe. Europe and like Middle East. Anyways, where am I? Oh, why am I doing so badly? It's because I practiced. I practiced and the AI thinks I'm better than I am. I've got to throw some races in practice. Just the AI. Back down. The first few events. Get rid of that. I'm going to have to get rid of the adaptive AI by the time I get to MotoGP. I'm not going to put it all the way down to the lowest AI. That's like ridiculously easy, which I like to see. But they actually have ridiculously easy and incredibly challenging AI levels because they can. It's very easy to do. It's a racing game. Just slow them down. I mean, you can do other more complicated things like, you know, make the AI stability less or more, but you can still have a fun game if you just slow them down or speed them up. It's a ridiculously easy thing to program in a racing game. Other games, of course, it's hard to have different difficulty levels. You can have maybe different monsters, or the monsters can be less dangerous or something, but you know, you're not gonna customize all the AI aspects for more than 2 or 3 difficulty levels. A platformer, you know, it's very difficult to make it change difficulty levels. Maybe I guess you can make your character naturally be able to jump higher or farther or faster, move faster or something. But racing games, come on, it's the easiest possible way to change the AI difficulty by just making it, you know, making them slower or faster. It's a race. It's very simple. I don't know about, because I play on the Xbox and not the PlayStation, I don't know how complicated the Gran Turismo AI is. I assume it's comparable to Forza Motorsports. In Forza Motorsports, you can set different AI, like you can set aggression level versus, you know, other things than just speed. Grid Legends, the last game I played, also had different AI aspects you could set. Well, I'm going to actually end the lap here. I crossed right at 25, but I'm not going to do my other lap. I'll go back to the pit.
We're moving
because
on
I
to
don't
the pit
have
entrance, where
the time for more than 12 minutes. Let's get this down under 10 minutes. Yeah, at this speed, there's a little lag when they have to post different position changes. I think this is the maximum 30, X30. Oh. Well, I guess that's good enough. Go to track.
There's movement in the pits.
I'm just under 10 minutes. I gotta get this done in under 10 minutes. I mean, I will not do my last lap. As soon as I hit 10 minutes, I'll quit. In fact, I might quit when I hit. Probably, I might only do like a couple laps. Yeah. It doesn't. I doubt if I'm gonna do any better. The AI always does better lap to lap. I don't do better lap to lap. It doesn't matter to me that the conditions of the track get faster and faster. That's only on the racing line. How often do I stay on the racing line? I don't know how sophisticated that's built in. Forgot to check the chat while I went back into the pits, so I apologize for that. Anybody chatted? Can't see it right now. I'm glancing and all I see is my bot chat, but maybe I'll get a better lap. I might get a better lap time, but I'm not going to increase my place any, I don't think. Feel better out here. Yeah, they're still going faster than me, so. Oh, it was better. Not bad. I can't see what my lap time is. I need to get on a straightaway. The lettering is what my best lap is. 2:19. I think I got that? No. Not even close. Okay, one more lap and then I'll call it. I'm not going to improve my 26th place. I'm 10 seconds behind. Well, I guess that's behind the leader. Yeah, 2:09 is the leader, so. I don't know what 25th place is like, or more critically, what 14th place is like. But I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get in 14th place, so I'll be going to Q1. This lap was not even as good as the last one. How did I get my best lap in those first few when I didn't even know what I was doing? I felt like I was getting a better lap last time, but I don't know. Maybe I was just talking too much. Actually, the first few laps, maybe I was talking enough that I wasn't paying attention to the race. Which meant I was just playing on feel. I wasn't thinking about it. I was just living. I was becoming one with the racing line. Yeah, they didn't take away my lap time, I don't think, did they? Oh, this is going to be right. No? I gotta look at the mini map. I'm not good at not looking at this is a trick. If I look at the mini map, I'll be able to know what's coming, but it's difficult for me to glance over at the mini map. Okay. That was worse. Okay. Let's return to the pit. Yes. I'm not going to
We
do any
return
better.
with the images from the pit lane where the rider is.
Yeah. Let's just end the session. Well, let's go ahead and keep this down. I'll watch where I am. Last. Well, I can't move up. I'm already last.
As the last riders return to the pits, let's take a look at the first standings of the weekend.
Yeah, let's take a look at the stand. Oh, look at the... This is terrible. Come on, AI. I've finished in last place the last several races. Even the last practice race I did, Grand Prix, I finished in last place. Maybe I need to fall off the bike more. I didn't fall off the bike at all that session.
Good morning from Silverstone with Moto3.
Yeah, good morning from Silverstone. At least they're starting to pit here. It's faster to get back to the menu. Exit to career mode. Yes, I am sure. All right, for those of you watching on Twitch, stick around. I am just taking a short break here. If you're watching on YouTube, that's going to be it for this YouTube episode. The next episode will be the next weekend. That is Saturday or Sunday. For me, it is evening, 6 p.m. U.S. Central Time, which is almost always midnight in the UK, and almost never noon the next day in New Zealand, and either 6 a.m. in Bangladesh or Thailand, all depending on daylight savings nonsense. So your local listings may vary. Subscribe, turn on notifications, look up time in Iowa. I live in Minnesota, but that's the easiest thing to type. Anyway, I threw all of that in there in this outro. Either way, thank you much for watching. Twitch, stick around. YouTube next episode. I will see you then.